Yeah. So thank you guys. Hi. Yeah. So today we'll discuss about the real time. So real time environment. So Linux administrator, right? Why we need a Linux administrator? So the real time environment. So where we keep our servers, guys. Yesterday, what we discussed, where we keep our servers, guys. So in home we have a issue with the power and network, right? So we have a issue with the power and network. So where we are keeping our servers, guys, we are keeping our servers in the data center. So what they are providing, they are providing the rental space for to keep our servers, and so they are providing the 99.99% uptime, durability, sustainability, right? They are providing. So that's the reason we are keeping our servers in the data center, right? So how many environments we have? For example, so we have a environment called a non-production. So non-production environment and production environment. So in the non-production environment, who are working, guys? This is not a non-production. Production is nothing but a live. So whatever we are seeing, the facebook.com, whatsapp.com, right? So those all are the live applications, right? So before sending it to live, we need to so validate it, right? For example, so you are buying a bike in the showroom. You are buying a bike in the showroom. So before that, before coming to the showroom, so it will be tested, everything, and it will be developed, right? The development team develop that bike, then the QA team, quality assurance team, the testing team will test the bike, something like the brakes are working fine or not, something like the accelerator, everything they verified it and they send it to the showroom. Right. Showroom is nothing but our live and production environment. So non-production environment is nothing but a development. So development environment. So and so QA environment. QA environment means so that quality testing people will test that environment, right? Or UAT, user acceptance test, or so SCAT or staging, pilot environment or a pre-prod. It varies from company to company. Okay, so everyone, so something like some companies are call it as a integration. So integration environment. These all are the non-production environments. Production is nothing but a live environment, right? It is the yeah. So what is this? So for example, this is the data center. In the data center, so we are keeping our servers. We are keeping our servers where we are keeping. We are keeping our servers. One second. So this is the non-production, and this is the production environment. So what this is? This is a non-prod. So this is a so production environment. So how many servers we have? So this is the dev environment and this is the QA environment. So this is the production environment. So this production environment contains two servers. One is app server, other one is DB server. What is that? App server and other one is DB server. App server. So other one is DB server. Okay. So what this is? So this is a data center. What this is, guys? This is a data. This is a data center. In the data center, so we are keeping. So you install the which OS, guys? You installed the this is the app server. This is the DB server. So this is the app server. This is the DB server. App server. This is a DB server. App server. This is a DB server. DB server. App server. Okay, DB server and app server. So in which OS you installed, guys? Every server you installed the every server you installed the CentOS 9. So yesterday we discussed, right, which OS we are installing. So we are installing the CentOS 9 on all the machines, right? CentOS 9 because of how you can interact with this OS, with hardware. CentOS. So everywhere you installed the CentOS, 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 right? C9, CentOS 9, C9, CentOS 9. Okay, so then you want to deploy the application. What you need, guys? You need a web server, you need a database server, you need a web server and database server, web server and database server. Okay, so whatever the developer develop that code, right? That code will be deployed under this app server, and so whatever the sign up, the data will be transferred to the DB server. The same like as a so here also the deployment. So the application, this is the application server. Application server only contains the information about the website. So where the data is stored, the data will be stored under the DB servers. Guys, yesterday I gave a task to you, right, guys? What is the task to you guys? Does anyone knows? What is the task?
What is the website and what is the static and dynamic website?
Yes, very good. What is a website, guys? Does anyone knows what is website?
So website is like a collection of web pages,
Mm-hmm.
and like it will be hosted with a server and particular like host name.
Very good. So what is that? Collection of web pages. So a website is nothing but a collection of web pages. Okay. What is a web page, guys? What is a web page? What is a web page? Does anyone knows what is web page? Collection of programs. How they are developing the web page, guys? They are developing the web page through the collection of programs. So what is a program? Guys, what is a program? What is a program, guys? Again, collection of lines. Collection of lines or set of instruction is nothing but a program, right? Collection of lines. Do you understood, guys, how the website is developed? Developers first develop the programs, and the programs they will create the pages. So, for example, this is the login page, this is the profile page, this is the other page. These all pages they are integrated. So, collection of web pages is nothing but a website. What this is? This is a website. Okay, how they are developing a web page collection of program. So what is a program? Collection of lines. Guys, understood? Yeah. Yesterday I asked about the static website and the dynamic website. What is static website and what is dynamic website, guys? So whatever the website that are not involved the DB database means images uploading, videos uploading. So there is no sign up button. Just we can watch the data. For example, Wikipedia. Wikipedia is a static website. In that static website, we just or some of the universities, some of the colleges are they created the website for only seeing the content. So we can enable so we can unable to sign up and there is no database involvement on that website. That website is nothing but a static website. So dynamic websites are the websites so that websites are involved with the DB databases. So something like a Facebook, WhatsApp, whatever the website we are signing up, GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, all these websites are the so dynamic website. AWS console or all these websites, etc. All these websites are dynamic websites. Guys, understood? Guys, understood?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
Yes,
Balaji,
sir.
don't worry about yesterday we discussed about just OS. So we'll discuss you what is OS also. Okay,
Okay, sir.
Balaji. Yeah. Right. So now you understood the static website, dynamic website, the real time, right? How the Linux engineer will work on the environment because of how many servers we have. So we have a six servers, right? So six servers. So for example, in the real time, the applications, the server should be a 3,000 servers, 1,500 servers, 1,000 servers, 300 servers, 400 servers. There will be. So who will maintain, who will monitor, who will admin the a Linux OS is the Linux administrator. So Linux administrator is the popular, so popular guys. So nowadays, okay. So nowadays, the every cloud, the cloud providers are something like a every tool, whatever the tool which we are using it, the tool is all the tools are CLI tools, right? So if you want to execute the CLI commands, and we definitely we need to know the Linux. Definitely we need to know the Linux. Understood, guys? Guys, understood? So why Linux administrator work on? Yeah. So now you understood the Linux administration. So now you understood the server. So what is this server? This server is the physical server. What is server? This server is a physical server. So what is the physical server? Dell PowerEdge R710 server. What is this? This is the R710 server. So this is a CentOS 9 is installed on this machine. Okay. So I told you, right, guys? So this is the non-production environment and this is the production environment, right? So in non-production environment and non-production environment, development environment or QA environment, how many people are working in every environment, guys? The non-production or for example, this is the repository. So in the repository, the code will be, mm, yeah, I will tell you this way. Okay, so this is the WhatsApp. So WhatsApp contains the two modules initially. One is chat, another one is contact. Right. So how many developers will work for this project? We need a two developers to work on this project. To work on this project, how many developers? Two developers will work on the this project. Chat and contacts. Chat and contacts. Right. So this is the so the Dell PowerEdge server is a big server. The resources will be big. So for example, resources is nothing but a RAM, 128 GB RAM, and the CPU, 20 core CPU, and the hard disk. Hard disk is nothing but a storage, 2 TB of a storage. Okay, 2 TB of the storage. 2 TB of the storage. But how many people? So every server having their own U limit, guys. What is that? U limit is nothing but a user limit. User limit is, for example, 20K. 20K people can connect this server. Okay. But how many people are connecting this server, guys, every day? Only two people are connecting because of the development environment. So working on the two people, once they develop the code, they will test it in the development environment. But here two are working it. But what is the user limit? You can up to 20,000 people will connect this server. 20,000 people will work on this server, right? So right, in the QA also the same thing. 20k people, but 20k people we can connect this server, but the QA will connect only again two people, right? But the cost of this server is 5 lakhs. For the cost of this server is 5 lakhs. So 5 lakhs and 5 lakhs. So we don't need this much amount of the storage, because this much amount of the resources, because of only two developers will work on this server. And the QA also same, right? And a big innovative thought comes into the picture. What is that, guys? A big innovative thought comes into the picture, and come the virtualization. What is the guide, guys? A virtualization. So virtualization. So what is a virtualization, guys? So virtualization is nothing but a bare metal software. What is that, guys? Bare metal a software. Virtualization is a bare metal software. So bare metal software is nothing but on top of the, what is that, guys? On top of the software. So why this virtualization software? So this is the concept of virtualization. So what is a virtualization? So if you use the virtualization, any virtualization software, so we can install, and so it will be available for the freely available resources, and we can install the number of OSs, freely available resources, and we can install the number of OSs based on the number of voices based on the RAM and CPU and the hard disk, right? So for one server, we can install the number of OSs. For example, here we can install the, so here we install the VMware or OVM. So this is the virtualization software, right? On top of virtualization, Linux and VMware company took that, created the softwares and combined and released as a VMware. That is nothing but a virtualization. A virtualization is nothing but a bare metal software, the combination of a Linux and VMware. So with the help of OS, so they created software and installed here for releasing the resources to install the number of VMs. So what this is? Virtual mission, virtual mission, virtual mission, and virtual mission. So we can install the number of OSs, CentOS, we can install Red Hat, Windows, or whatever it may be, guys. So in one server, so we can install the dev and QA environment. Right, dev and QA environment. Right, here we have a 5 lakhs per server, but how many OSs we installed? We installed the 4 OSs, right? The cost will be reduced from 90% of the cost will be reduced from the physical to the virtualization. So that's the reason virtualization comes into the picture. So that's the reason virtualization is comes into the picture. Guys, understood? Yeah, I will show you one diagram. Yeah, so the virtualization, installing multiple guest operating systems in a one host operating system. Hypervisor software will be used to achieve this. We need to install all the required softwares, host OS to run our applications, right? So, yeah, you see, so this is the host OS. Host OS is nothing but the hypervisor, VMware, OVM, or anything, and you install the OSs, guest OS. Here we install the Red Hat, CentOS, Ubuntu, FreeBSD Linux, Kali Linux. So anything we can install it, guys. So what is the advantage? Multiple OS in the same mission, easy to maintenance and recovery, lower total cost of the ownership. Lower total cost of the ownership. Guys, understood? So the virtualization. So what is the virtualization and why virtualization? So to overcome the to reduce the cost, we don't need this much amount of the resources for the physical server on dev environments and QA environment. Just 2 GB RAM, 4 GB RAM, 2 CPU, 20 GB hard disk is enough for to deploy our application, right? So for that purpose, we can use the virtualization. Guys, understood virtualization? Guys, understood? Yeah, we can pass, but Pratik, we can pass the EX200. Okay, understood? Yeah, thanks. So now we understood the what is virtualization, and so virtualization is a bare metal software. So virtualization, there are two companies are providing the virtualization. So one is VMware, other one is OVM. OVM is nothing but a Oracle company, Oracle Virtual Machine. What is that? So Oracle Virtual Machine. So for that time being, okay. So you guys are remember your Windows laptop is a physical server. Sorry, your which laptop? Your Windows HP or something like that. Windows 11. And so you want to, so you have a resources, you want to utilize that resources, and we need to install the number of voices on my Windows server, right? So what you can do, you can install the as a virtualization software, call it as a Oracle Virtual Machine. What is that, guys? Oracle Virtual Machine. You can install the Oracle Virtual Machine, and you can install the, based on the resources, you can install the number of OSs. You can install the number of OSs on your Windows 11. For example, what is that, guys? So you see Oracle VirtualBox. If you click the Oracle VirtualBox, you see, I installed the CentOS 7. So what we installed, guys? So we installed the CentOS 7 on my Oracle VirtualBox. You can create a number of OSs. So for example, Windows. So Windows 10, I want to install. Okay, next, finish. Right, guys? Yeah. You see? So Windows 10. So Windows 10 will be installing on our laptop. Okay. Based on the resources, you can create a number of OSs. You can create the number of OSs. Guys, understood? Guys, understood about the virtualization?
Yes, sir.
Yes, right? Yeah. So now you understood the how to download, set up the how to download and set up the Oracle Virtual, and how to install CentOS 9 on Virtual Box. Okay. First, download the softwares. Download the softwares. Install the softwares. Okay. So how to download? So what we need to download, guys? So we need to download one is Oracle Virtual Box. What is that? So Oracle Virtual Box, and second one is the second one is VSC plus plus 2019. The third one is CentOS 9 ISO download. What is that? CentOS ISO Oracle Virtual Box software. So where you can download this Oracle Virtual Box software, guys? Where we can download? So we can download Oracle Virtual Box. So Oracle Virtual Box, right? So go to downloads. Yeah, you see. So it will be for Windows or Mac or Linux or Solaris, whatever the distributions. So for ours, so we can use. So right click and copy link address. So this is the URL for Oracle download. So why we need VC plus plus 2019? So this is the dependency software for Oracle Virtual Box software. Okay. We use C++ 2019 is the a dependency software. So these softwares we need to install. So before installing the OS. Okay. VSC plus plus 2019. Copy link address. So this is the VSC plus plus. And where we can download that ISV. CentOS 9 ISO will be 12 GB, guys. So you can download it from the CentOS mirror list. What is that? CentOS 9 ISO download. Yeah, click this CentOS. Yeah, you can use. So DVD ISO that will be a 11 to 12 GB, guys. So this is the one. So copy link address and the paste it here. Okay, so this is the download, and once you download the, you can install the softwares. You can install the, so we can install the softwares. So how you can install the softwares? First, we can install the VSC plus plus 2019. This software needs to install because this is the dependency software for, this is the dependency software for, so this is the dependency software for Oracle Virtual Box. Okay. Second one, you can install the Oracle Virtual Box. So the third one, so install CentOS 9 OS on Oracle Virtual Box. Oracle Virtual Box. Guys, understood? So this is the download the software, install the softwares. Guys, understood? Yeah. So you already downloaded the software, right? So yeah. So I have already installed the software. So how I can uninstall the software first? control panel. So click the control panel, programs, programs and features. Okay. So here you see 1 second. I want to run you in Geo. Yeah, my center is my Linux OS is in shutdown mode. Then I want to remove everything. Remove. So delete all files. It's a node and everything is cleaned up. So first we can uninstall the Microsoft VC 2019 plus plus. So uninstall is yeah uninstall. Okay. Then you can try to uninstall the Oracle VirtualBox. Uninstall. Yes. Right. The Oracle VirtualBox is uninstalling. So once that is done, so then we will install the first we will install the VC++ 2019. Then we will install the Oracle VirtualBox. Then we will install the CentOS Linux OS on our VirtualBox. Okay. It's a simple Linux will enough. We have to download both VMware and C++. No need a C. Yeah. We need to install that C++, redistributable software and VS Code. Because of, yeah, 2019 is the one. We can download the latest one. Narayana.
Oh,
Sir,
sorry, I did not hear you. Can you come again?
Yeah. So no need to. So we need a 2019. So that Visual C++ 2019. You shared some picture, right, Narayana?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
So not that one. We need to install the higher one, 2019.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm, because in my system it is already running the Oracle VirtualBox.
Okay. So you already running VirtualBox, huh?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Which one? Oracle or
7018.
VMware? Yeah, you can directly
Oracle.
install. Sorry.
Oracle 7018.
I didn't get you, Narayana.
I'm
You're
saying
using laptop. Hmm? Center is 7, huh?
it is 9, I think.
Center is 9 you installed, huh?
Yeah.
So you already installed on
I
your
have a
laptop, huh?
different, yeah, yes, yes,
Flavors, huh?
yes.
Ubuntu, Rocky Linux, CentOS, Red Hat. You installed all these, huh?
Yeah, it has a different VMs. I have multiple VMs. It's not like
Okay.
one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I already downloaded the software, guys. So I'm pasting in the chat. So how to download these softwares? So this is the way you can download. Once you click this, right, it will once you browse this URLs, it will automatically download. I'm pasting in the chat. Yeah, these are the softwares we need. Okay. Yeah. Let's try to install those softwares. Downloads. See guys, this is the downloads. Yeah, I'm trying to install Oracle VirtualBox 7.9.1. Let's see what will happen. Yeah, what it is asking. So if you want to install Oracle VirtualBox 7.1.8, needs a Visual C++ 2009 redistributable software to be installed first. Okay, guys understood? So when I'm trying to install the Oracle VirtualBox, it is asking to install the VC++ 2019 because of this the a dependency software. Guys, you guys can remember this word. In Linux, while installing the softwares on the Linux, I will tell you what is dependency softwares and what is that software packages, dependency package will show you on that time. Okay, you guys remember that. Okay, so what you can do, VC Visual Studio 2000 is 2019. Yeah. So this is the one, guys. Agree? Install. It is asking yes. Yeah. Okay. This is successful. Then, so we will try to install our Oracle VirtualBox. Let's try S. Next. What do we do? One second. I'm sharing my screen. Yeah. Are you able to see my screen, right? So this is I accept that. And next. Next. Yes. Yes. Install. So now you installed the Oracle VirtualBox on your laptop. Installation agile because of I need to restart my lapping. Programs and features. Oracle is not installed. Oracle VirtualBox. Yes. Next. Accept. Next. 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 See guys, it will install. So please reboot and try again. Yeah, we need to reboot. So we'll tell you. Happens. So right now, I will do something. Yeah. So tomorrow we'll show you how to install Oracle VirtualBox and that CentOS 9 because of I need to reboot my machine again. I need to reboot it. I need to start the Zoom meeting. Then you need to start log into that. Right? It will be very difficult. So meantime, I will tell you the Linux. So Linux architecture. What is that, guys? So Linux architecture. So what is the Linux architecture, guys? Does anyone knows what is the Linux architecture? guys?
Sir, means file hierarchy system you are telling, right?
Sorry?
Linux architecture means file hierarchy system you are telling, right?
No, not file hierarchy. So this is the one, right? So what this is? Sorry. So this is the hardware, right? In the hardware, what OSs you install? You install the OS called as a CentOS 9, right? On the hardware. So on the hardware, you install the CentOS 9. So what are the components of the Linux? So what are the components will be available under the Linux? I will tell you now. So what is that, guys? So where you install the OS? Where you install the OS? On the hardware, right? On the hardware. So under the hardware, there is a kernel. What is that, guys? So kernel is running. So what is the kernel? I will tell you. So the kernel is running. On top of the kernel, a shell will be running. What is that? A shell. On top of the shell, the applications. On top of the shell, the applications will be, so something like the application will be running. So on top of that, so the users will connect to the will connect it, right? So what are those? So this is kernel. Kernel will communicate with the hardware, and there is a shell where we are executing our commands. We are executing our commands in the shells. On top of the shells, the applications will be running. So your website will be running. So the user can connect with this. What this is, guys? So this is nothing but a Linux file system, Linux architecture. The components of the Linux. What are the components? Linux architecture. What is that, guys? A Linux architecture.
So the kernel is called OS, sir. Yeah.
Yeah, good question. What is that?
Kernel
So
is
kernel
called
is
the
not
OS.
a OS. So kernel is a part of the OS. Okay. So what is a kernel? It is a core component of the Linux operating system. What is it? So kernel is a,
Core component.
yeah. So what is the kernel, guys? Hardware. Hardware, you already know hardware. What is hardware? So hardware is nothing but a Dell PowerEdge R710. So this is the hardware. So what is the kernel? What is the a kernel? It is a core component of the Linux operating system. It is core component of the Linux operating system. It is the core component of the Linux operating system. It is responsible to execute our commands. It is responsible to execute our commands. Okay, it is responsible to execute our commands. It is responsible to interact with the hardware component. How it will interact? It will interact. It is responsible to interact with hardware components. It is responsible to interact with the hardware components. So that memory allocation, processor allocation, so will take care by the kernel. What is that? Memory allocation, processor allocation, right? Will takes care by kernel. It takes care by kernel. Means it will communicate with the hardware. What is that? So kernel will communicate with the hardware. So kernel is not a OS. It's a heart of the OS. What is that, guys? It's a heart of the OS. The kernel space and the user space will be, so will be is nothing but a OS. What is OS? The user kernel space and the user space is nothing but a OS. So what is a shell? So what is a shell, guys? A shell is nothing but so what is a shell? So we are executing the commands in the shell only. What is that? Shell. It is our it is the outer layer of the Linux operating system. What is that? It is the outer layer of the in operating Linux operating system. It is the outer layer of the Linux operating system. It leads our command, verify the syntaxes, and check whether the corresponding commands related to application is available or not. If everything is proper, then shell interacts our command into kernel, understandable from and for understandable form and hand over to the kernel. Shell act as a interface between the user and kernel. Shell act as a interface between user and the kernel. Okay, so how you can check the which kernel, which shell is using Linux operating system. Okay, so what is that? Bash shell. What is that? Bash is nothing but a born again shell. So which shell, guys? Born again shell. If you execute the command, so $echo dollar, for example, it is hash, guys. What this is? Hash echo dollar shell. It will shows the which shell you are. It will shows the which shell you are. Understood? So something like a command. So what is that? A shell. Shell is nothing but a CLI. It's a command line interface. It's a command line interface. You see this, right? So how you are executing the commands? You are executing the commands through the shell. So this black screen is the shell. How you are interacting with this server? You are interacting with this server through shell. So shell will execute the commands. Shell will execute the commands. Guys, understood?
Yes, sir.
So
So
command
how many
execute.
shells are there, sir? Because you
Yeah.
say like which shell it will say. So
Yes.
how
Yes.
many
Yes.
shells?
So we have a K shell, shell, T shell, TSH, T shells. We have a number of shells. How you can check? We can use the cat/etc shells. So cat/etc shells. It will display the shells. So we have a K shell, T shell, shell, bash shell. So different types of shells we have. Okay,
Okay.
Sam, understood?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So shell is nothing but a something like a it is nothing but CLI. What is that? Command line interface. So what this is, guys? This is a command line interface. How you are interacting with the server? You are interacting with the server through commands only. Command line interface. Command line interface. Guys, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the execution, how it will execute the command. So the command execution flow. For example, what are the commands we are executing? So we are executing P commands, right? On the Linux part. So I will show you that part, but yeah. So something like, for example, Hari is connecting to a CentOS 9 mission server, VM, right? These all connect to the server, and he logged in as a Hare user, and he is typing a command in the terminal. So terminal is nothing but a shell. Okay, so a command on the terminal. So something like what is the command? Touch or ls command. Executed the ls command. So command will be submitted to the shell where you submitted the shell. So the command will be submitted in the shell. So once you hit ls mkdir cd hit, it will display the output. How it will display the output? So command will be submitted to the shell, and shell checks whether this command is a valid or not. ls command or mkdir, this is a valid command or not, and whether it is properly used or not. So then, if it is a proper, shell interrupt that command into a kernel understandable form and hand over it to the kernel. So that kernel execute the command and perform a required action. So something like again prompt will be displayed to the terminal, which indicates ready for the next command. So right. So this executed, it will display the command and the prompt. So what is that? The display prompt. The again prompt will be displayed on the terminal to ready to execute the next command. So ready to execute the next command. So if it is not, the syntax is not proper, it will not display the any command. So the user types the commands in the terminal, something like ls, mkdir, whatever it may be. Shell reads the command. It will check whether the command is valid or not, whether it is properly or. So if everything is proper, then shell interrupts or translate that command into the kernel understandable format. Shall hand over that interrupted command to the kernel. Kernel execute that command and perform required activity. So once the command is executed, once the command is completed, the shell returns the prompt. The shell returns the prompt. Again, the shell returns the prompt. This prompt. Okay, guys, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, guys. So tomorrow we'll show you how to install the Linux operating system and so Linux file system hierarchy, guys. So this is the most important Linux file system hierarchy. What is that? So Linux file system hierarchy we'll show you tomorrow. Okay, guys. Yeah. Thank you. So we'll continue from tomorrow.
Sir, after this course also we can able to attend Linux admin interview, right?
Yes, yes, yes. We can able to attend the Linux administrator interviews.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, a bit slow, sir.
Sorry.
A bit slow, sir.
Yeah, we will fast once we start the. So initially, the people doesn't know
No,
what is
sir, when
Linux.
you are explaining the thing, no, shell, the other part just now, it's very fast.
Hmm. You want slow now?
Yeah, because first time we are learning.
Yeah. So tomorrow onwards, we will tell you slowly.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.